Good morning for those of you who can see us live already. A few of us are joining us because the different channels are slightly delayed sometimes. It's 8 a.m., 29th of April, last day of the month tomorrow. So I hope you've had a really successful month. So welcome. I'm Cam, and my co-host is Matthias.
Hello,
We'll
good morning.
Sorry, Matthias, I didn't. We'll be with you for the next 2 hours to help you with your trading and take some live signals. So trading with Cam truly means trading with Cam. And this is the time that we bring to you to build our community, to help you with trade and become a profitable trader in the shortest possible time. So what happens is that signals come through from our trading partner and with stop losses, SLs and everything else. So we'll be walking you through taking those signals. And so, it's a big day today for gold, which is the underlying asset that we trade, because the Federal Reserve in America will be setting the interest rates for the next 2 months. So it's their rate decision day today. And at 7 p.m. our time, they will be setting the rates. They're very well signposted and expected to keep rates on hold. But that sets its own thing. So what I advise is that after 6 o'clock, you should not be trading. And sometimes I do 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after. Sometimes I do an hour. I tend to think that by 6 o'clock, your trading should be finished today and you should be done for the day. And then you can sit and actually watch the decision rather than be worried about whether you're in trades and things. And then the other thing that you'll notice is something called spreads. So most of you will be familiar, but if you're not, is the cost of entering and exiting. So what the broker's charging you increases greatly during times of high volatility when those kind of decisions are coming along. So the cost of getting in and getting out, there's a massive gap, which is a lot bigger than usual. So it means you actually need to make more money to be able to make a profit. So best thing to do is to keep away and relax and just watch the decision. And should you be watching the decision at 7 p.m. or looking for news, the best channel I can think of in terms of online stuff is Bloomberg. They cover everything that goes on with the markets and what's going on. It's a business channel dedicated to this type of news. Obviously, there's lots of that online, FX Street and websites like that, and YouTube cover that kind of stuff really, really well. But should we be doing that? Yes, if it's your business, you should be interested in learning more and getting better at your particular chosen field, which is trading. And you can easily make 6 figures if you apply yourself to this business. And that's without a sales department, a marketing department, accounts department, and all the things that are associated with business. So where are we now? So the headline that I've got for you this morning, which is a couple of minutes read, came in about an hour ago. Gold is squeezed between safe haven and law. Rate fears as underlying demand holds. The underlying demand holds bit is absolute rubbish. Gold's been had a demand for the last 5,000 years. It's outlasted virtually everything. So just nonsense headline. But it is squeezed. So it's a safe haven. We have uncertain times. So people flock to assets like gold in these times, but we have the rate fear. There is no rate fear. There's going to be no rate cut today. So, but the thing is, that's usually seen as a signal that gold is becoming as expensive, if you like. So when interest rates go down, gold goes up because obviously you're getting less returns on your money if you're holding cash. And the idea that gold will go up more in value attracts buyers. So it just ebbs and flows. So if interest rates were going to drop today, gold would go shooting up. But what will happen is I think it'll come down once that decision is announced, even though it should be priced into the market. So lots of things happen. So back in the geopolitical crosshairs, caught between safe haven demand and prospects of a higher interest rates for longer. And guarantee you we're going to have higher interest rates for longer because inflation's shooting up. Cost of oil is about $110 a barrel, which is very high for where it's been. So we will definitely have higher interest rates for longer for the whole of the world. So that is what will dampen the appetite for investing in gold. And as long as the oil price stays high, governments will have to sell gold to buy oil, because oil obviously is a necessity. Gold is a reserve, so that's what they hold it for. So great. So absolutely fantastic. So we've got some nonsense coming on, right? Some idiot trying to advertise his business. So I'm going to delete that if I can. Can you delete that message, Matthias? I can't see a thing to delete it. So please, Martin, go and find your own audience. Go and sell to them. We're traders. We trade gold. Yeah. So we don't care about your startup very much. Send me a personal message for that. Right? Absolute nonsense.
On LinkedIn, yeah.
Yeah. Can you delete it, or do I need to do it?
No, you need to go LinkedIn and delete
That's
it.
all right. I'm going to do that now. We don't need these distractions. Good God. We had a meeting yesterday with some idiots on, which my host had to throw off. Did you notice that yesterday?
Yeah. Some people.
Why? Right?
They just respect.
Go find a place to, sell your wares.
Good morning, Kuwant. How are
Morning.
you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You too?
Great.
Good.
How are you, Colwyn?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
You're not upside down today?
No. I'm really good.
Back on your feet.
Yes.
Even though in yoga, I believe standing on your head is good. If you wanted to combine the two things.
Yeah. I can't find this comment yet. It'll appear at some point. We'll get a shot of it. Yeah, at least Martin's laughing. So, Martin, you get my sense of humor, right? We're here for a purpose, and it's not that. And if you want to talk to me about your moolah, whatever it is, then please message me directly, right? Don't do it on here. Really appreciate that. So, as I was saying, Kawan, gold is squeezed, and what will happen is you'll see a lot less activity today. The price movement shouldn't be very, very big, so it'll mean that we need to trade carefully. But we always need to trade carefully.
Yeah.
But there won't be a lot of movement today as the day unfolds. So London may be, and then New York may have a couple of hours. But as the afternoon goes on, what you'll notice is less and less volume. So less volume means less volatility, means that we've got less opportunity to be getting in and out the markets. But we'll still have plenty of signals, and we'll have all those things going on. And those signals mean that it's a chance for us to make money. So since this morning, we started, I haven't been on this morning, so you'll forgive me. So 4:56, first signal came in, right?
Yeah.
So there's some updates, and then there was a buy. So we hit our TPs on that. And then there was another one at 5:39. There was another one at 6:40.
The signals have been good this morning. I was able to enter all of them.
What was easy to enter, isn't it?
They've been really good. And the very last signal, it hit TP2, but we got a message to say that if it went back to break even, to enter again, which I did, and I was out within 30 seconds with a really good. So in those four profit or signals, I reached my 2%.
Oh yes. And all of those people that ask me that question, can I make money trading? Right? It's flipping 8:06, right? And Kulwan's done 2% on her money. Right? And
but that was by whatever 7. I'll tell you when that was by. That was before 7 p.m.
Stop it! You're just showing off now, right? So look.
So I put some lipstick on when I came on today.
I'm
celebrating.
Wow. We must be doing that exactly at the same time. Listen, you're on TV, you got to have the makeup on, haven't you? You can't
Absolutely.
just come as we are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Superman wears his cape, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I recall that I used to do a TV show. I did it for a couple of years, and I'd go there and take all my clothes and everything, go and get changed, and have a bit of makeup and all the rest of it. It was great. Right? And then I did a a Punjabi movie, and then it's like my beard dyed, my hair dyed when I was like a younger version of myself. So it's interesting. Okay, prepare for a buy. I've got a signal. So the first one coming through now. I want to talk to you about the market later on. Matthias is going to put the signal up with his chart. So we normally tell you that. So it's a buy. I'll tell you the range whilst Matthias is doing that. So the range is between 45.74 and 45.80. So it's in the range. It's 45.79 right now. It's at the top end of the range, so you could get in. TP1 is 45.83, 45.87, 45.92, and 40. No, that's the last one. Sorry. And there's an open TP. We always have an open TP. See where it might go. Right?
Yeah.
High risk trade. So we got another one at 73.67. It's probably dropped a little bit. So hence you can get into both of those. Oh, sorry, they're buy limits, right? So which I set quite a lot.
Another one is buy limits.
Yeah. So where are we with all of those? So the reason I'm looking down is obviously I'm looking to get into the market myself.
We have the entry points. And the markets, as you can see, the 1 minute candle is moving fast as well. We're still in range. If you have more than one layer, that is the time to book profits when you are on the best entry and it's going up. Don't leave money on the table, like I always say. Just book your profits. risk free at 45.77.
That's good, right?
Yeah. If you enter on the button, you should be making profits. Close it
Yeah.
or moving stop loss for that point and wait for it. Let's see if it pushes to TP1.
Yeah, I've taken a couple of TPs. Yeah, today is a day of taking your profits off the table as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah,
It's
because the market can be a little bit sharp today because of the news on the afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another buy.
Another buy. So I've closed one with a profit. Just got one open trade now, which as soon as it goes into profit, I'm going to close because we've got another buy signal. So the market's obviously dropping, opportunities are getting better to enter. So be very, very careful. Take your TP1s or take profit.
Yeah, I had a good entry, nearly on 77 and went up to 80.
Yeah.
Just book it. It's like we say, the market could be some volatility, strange volatility today because of the news on the afternoon. As soon as you are in profit, try to book some profits.
And you want to be on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah, 1 minute. You can see the movement clearly. Like you can see now, you can be in profit now, can close and wait for the entry on the buy limits. I will share the buy limits here as well.
Right. If you'll excuse me for about 10 minutes, I shall
Yeah.
go and see my contractors.
As you can see, it's good to be faster on that market today, guys. If you keep booking profits, you can re-enter and protect your capital, and you have a better entry. Like I entered before at 77, went to 80, close, and came back nearly 77 again. I just re-enter in a better position and protecting my capital. Especially it's like days like today. We need to be very mindful. Don't leave money on the table. And keep booking profits. Today is a good day for scalping.
just come back again now for a couple of hours. And we're in a really nice area that I would like to see this push from. Doesn't mean it will, but just that's what the tip is where we are. So we want to make sure that we have the opportunity to go on. And I'm going to catch up with you soon when I get back.
Okay, I'm booking more profits, guys. Again, the same way I did before. Nice one now. Yeah, price is coming back. Let's see if it's pushed through now. But if you book profit, you don't care. You just keep booking profit. As you can see, it's coming back. If you didn't book, you're still leaving money on the table. And make it easy for yourselves. If you learn how to do that over and over, it's easier. Let's see if we can respect that range. Then we will go further up. Otherwise, we'll keep pushing and give us another entries on the bottom as well on the buy limits. But for now, as you can see, you could have enter here, TP, enter here, another TP, enter here, another TP. If you're scalping through it, or if you want to wait for TP1, sometimes cannot go to TP1 straight away, and then you can get stuck as well. Just coming. We're still on the range, it's dropping. I hope you're booking profits when it's coming up, especially nearby 80. As you can see, if you didn't book profits on the first one, we are coming to stop loss on that first one. That is not valid anymore. If you didn't book profit, will be stop loss for you. That is still there. That buy limit as well went to stop loss. You see why I was talking about on that range to keep booking profits. The market is very sharp today, and we will have spikes ups, spikes downs. You just need to protect your capital. That went to stop loss as well. What about you, Kuwant? Adan. Good morning, Adan.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, thank you. And you?
That was interesting.
Yeah, I just got stopped out twice.
I can't
Twice?
hear you.
Yeah.
Oh. Guys, like Cam was saying today on the morning, early morning today, you need to be careful today because the market is preparing for the news on the afternoon, big news on the afternoon, and could be a very sharp market today. Was very nice on the morning. Early mornings was great signals. But as you can see on the last two ones, we didn't get straight away to TP1. We had chance to book profits. I booked some profits on those ones. Like I was saying to you, I'm booking profits here, booking profit here. Why? Because I know could be a very difficult day today. And we just need to protect ourselves.
That wick down, so our stop loss on that gold buy limit signal was 45.70, and you can see it wick down just to 45.70 and then shot straight back up.
Yeah.
So my two positions were taken out there, so that's I'm down 2% for the day already.
But yeah, don't look, just keep doing it today with us and you will recover that. You just trust the signals, and days like today, protect your capital. You are blue, try to book some profits. You can always re-enter in a better position, you know?
Yeah.
On that one, I got like 2, 3, I booked 3 times. Then I re-enter on the market at 72. And then, of course, I got stopped at 70.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just waiting.
I entered at 77 on that one.
On which one, Mateus? Say that again. On which one did you get stopped at 70?
On the buy limits.
The last buy limit in the channel.
Which was 4573 to 4567?
No,
No.
4577, 4571.
Ah,
That's-
okay.
That was the
Okay.
last buy limit.
Was 4577, 457.
That's the
Do you
last
know,
signal.
I didn't even. I was so busy concentrating on the first three, I didn't even see that come up. So by luck, I didn't enter it, but purely by luck.
Yeah, we have a good buy. We still have a good buy limit.
Yeah.
With 4573, 4567,
Yeah.
and the stop
I've-
loss that is 4566.
Yes, so I'm out of that one as well, and I'm going to stay out. But I did TP1 on that one,
Well done.
and then I'm going to leave it now. So because I'm 2.5% up, so I'm going to
Yeah.
leave it. I'm happy to take that small win rather than watch it now. So apart from the last one, which I missed, that you gentlemen have just told me of. I'll sit this one out. I'm happy to sit this one out because I think on a day like this, how it's become now, the first couple of hours were different, and you can see in the movement now, it's different, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's just patience in days like today, and don't risk too much. If you can lower your risk in days like today, is good as well. You protect yourself.
Yeah.
And then don't enter too much entries. That is one thing, especially for beginners. It's easy to get caught in something like that. You will layering like 2-3 entries. It's better to stick simple, 2 entries top. You can have the range well covered, and then you just keep your best position open. As soon as you are blue on the 2 positions, you just keep the best one open and close the worst one. On the case if you are buying, you have one on the bottom, one on the top. The top one, eliminate that as soon as gets blue, and keep the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that will help you to protect your capital as well.
Yeah.
Then you can wait for TP1, TP2 if you have a very good entry.
Yeah.
If you can take partials, great. If you can't, then just decide one TP and go for it. And like that one, we missed on the last one. If you book profit, the first one was great. But then you had another buy limit with stop loss at 66. Was three signals together. You could move your stop loss to 66, but if you're layering like crazy on the another entries, then you can't, because then you risk too much your capital.
What happens when some of those? So that this is my first experience of having 2 gold limit signals come through within a few minutes of each other. So does one invalidate the other, or are they both valid in their own setup that you need to stick to those?
They are both valid on their own setup.
Right.
Then sometimes we can like have TPs in all of them, and sometimes some of them will kick you out of the trade. But the things I do if I'm in one of them, I will stick with that stop loss. On that case, I was on the one with the stop loss at 70. And my entry was great. I just stopped it because I put the stop loss. I didn't have time to move stop loss to 66 because it was too quick.
Yeah.
But if I had time, I will move that stop loss to 66 because my entry was great. But just because my entry was good. If you don't have a good entry, then it's better leave the stop loss and that's it.
Yeah. I had assumed that because they came through quite near each other, that the second one was an update to the first one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can use
numbers.
If you are not on the trade heavily, like I said, respect your lot size always. The lot size that you're using is important. Why? Because if you are on the right lot size, you're not risking crazy or anything like that. You can always adapt to that situation. If you have 3 signals, and you can go to the best signal, to the one will like you will have more room to play, like Cool Ones did. She was on the run. We had the stop loss at 66. That means she will be able to take all those pips from the 70 entry. You know what I mean? It's like you need to decide quick when you have something like that. And if you're not like in a heavily layering, you can do that. That's why it's important.
I'd increased my lot size this morning, so my stop loss at 70 was 1% of the account. So yeah, if I'd have moved it to 66, I would have been going past that parameter. So yeah. So yeah, unfortunately I got stopped out. So I only layered in twice. I didn't layer in. So yesterday I layered in 4 or 5 times on a couple of trades, but only 0.01 lot size. So today I've gone less on the layering, but more on the lot size, which is net the same really, I guess.
But it's easy for you, especially if you are beginning, for you to control your tradings. Situation like that, you want to move your stop loss, you need only to move your stop loss on 2 entries. If you need to move your stop loss in 4 entries, you don't have time.
No,
you don't have time to move your stop loss in 4 entries. Especially, look, I didn't even look when that drop came. I just kept my stop loss and that's it.
How often do you guys change your lot sizing?
I don't change too often, no.
Okay.
I tend to keep that for weeks.
You've worked out what's comfortable for you, and then you stick to that.
And it's easy as well, because then I know the profits I will get on the day, and when the account start to grow more, then I decide, okay, let's go and change the stop loss, but the lot size. But that can be done weekly, monthly. I recommend to do that monthly, because then you get used to the lot size. If you change often, it's difficult for you to adapt, especially if you are a beginner, you know. Obviously, some people they change
the amount that you, if you hit the stop loss on any particular trade, the amount that you would lose will depend on your entry point away from the stop loss. So, and obviously the range that we get for entry points can be,
can be different, can be 60
can be
pips.
different. So yeah, if you were in at the higher end of the entry and still took the stop loss, obviously the gap is bigger. So are you, when you get in towards the top or the bottom of the entry range, are you not adjusting your lot size accordingly, because obviously the gap would be bigger?
No, I use always the same. If you keep adjusting lot size, then you make a mess on your strategy.
Right, okay.
You can't keep one lot size always the same. If you have 2 entries, 3 entries, divide your lot size on those entries and keep with that all the time.
Right.
Why I'm saying you that? Because if you keep your lot size, now I have a better entry, I will raise my lot size. You don't have time to do that all the time, and then you can mess with your strategy as well. If you have one lot size, like I say to you, you have 0.10 or 1 lot size. Divide that lot size on the entries that you want to entry, and split that on the range, and that's it. And keep doing that over and over and over. Why? Because let's say you lose the trades now, you want to raise your lot size on the next one just to cover that. You never know if you will be able to take TP1, TP2, close the trades on time, and then you expose yourself. You're putting yourself in more risk. You know what I mean? It's a mindset game. If you have something simple and that is working over and over and over, You just keep that simple, because if you keep changing lot size, or when you lose, when you gain, and because of better entry now I will raise my lot size. No, keep it simple. Stick with one lot size and keep doing that over and over and over.
Okay. And
will make your life easier, and will make the mechanical approach easier for you as well.
Okay. Would you work out your lot size based on the highest entry on a buy, obviously, the highest entry point and the stop loss? So that's your worst case scenario. And if you get you get a lower entry, then it's better.
Yeah, the best way to calculate it is the range, especially as you can see now, 6, 7, 10, 1, 2, 3. The range usually comes like 60 pips range for you to buy, and I always calculate on that 60, 70. Even if I want to be more like protect even more my capital, I will do like 70, 80 pips range. Then I divide my entry points. But then I keep that simple, because I'm doing the same lot size over and over and over. Then it's easy for me to stick with my rule.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that the entry range is always 60 pips, and the range
sometimes will be less.
The higher end of the entry and the stop loss seems to be 70 pips. All of the trades that I'm looking at. Yeah. You know, from today, yesterday. Yeah.
It's 60, 70 pips. And then sometimes, of course, you will have a short range, like 20, 30 pips. But that is not the case. It's just time to time. It's not all the time.
Yeah, okay.
But then the stop loss will be short as well. If you have that small range, you have a small stop loss as well.
Yeah, okay. So I think on my calculations for my account size, my stop loss needs to be, my lot size needs to be 0.03.
Okay. It's different. A lot of people has different approaches on that about lot size. We had one guy doing like for every 100 pounds he was putting 0.01. That is very aggressive, because if you have 1,000 you will be 0.10.
Yeah.
But when you are comfortable with the signal and you're doing over and over it properly, then you can decide better the lot size as well, you know.
Yeah.
Because then you know what you're doing. You are on that approach, mechanical approach, and then you just go for it. You just press the button and book. And days like today, I was saying on the top, keep booking your profits. That market is very sharp today. Keep book, and we came straight away to down. But then if you keep booking your profits, you have a better entry if you are patient, and then you just blew on the end of the day. That is the main thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool one. Do you have something to add to it?
Well, just so this morning, the hour was a little more what we're used to back 2 or 3 months, the hour and a half. But because I know that today, and Cam's been sharing the news really generously, so my strategy today is going to be one trade per one entry per each trade. End of. TP1, end of, finished. Because I don't want to sit there looking and wondering. And so I don't know if you started at 5 o'clock, Adam?
No, so, I did. I was up actually, and I did. I saw the first signal was before 5 o'clock, but no, I didn't. I didn't trade before 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So before by 7 o'clock, I think it was only 4 trades. It was it was no more than 5 if it was more. But I'd reached my 2%, and all I did was 1 entry on every trade. That's it.
Okay.
You know,
And that's 2% of your account size. That's your target for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my target is I'd like about 3%, but I'm happy with 2% because if it's now going to be watching it and it's going to be painful, I'd rather walk away with 2% than lose the 2% I've made because of how it's going to be.
Yeah. And if you hit your 3%, let's say, do you pack up for the day? Do you call it a day?
That's the bit of discipline I need to learn. Because it gets very, very tempting. Sometimes it's really funny because you do, and then Matthew will signal again. He tends to signal up to about 4 o'clock, doesn't he, Matthias?
Yeah, and sometimes
Generally.
sometimes we'll have signals even before Asia session. He's putting some signals.
Yeah, he did last night. Night at 10 to 10. But on average, or what you can expect is always up to about 4 o'clock. And obviously, if 3 to 4 becomes just strange, then he may not. But that's what he tries to do. So you get plenty of signals. So I'm getting better on my discipline, and so I need to add that to my little armor that, walk away. You've got your 3%, walk away now.
And do you do that on the downside as well? If you had, a 2 or 3% loss for the day,
yes,
you call it a day and you come back tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. And the way, the way to look at it, and I've learned, which is one of our other. We've not seen Mark on here, have we, for a couple of days, Matthias?
Yeah.
Mark is really, really good, and so you calculate the week as opposed to the day. So rather than let yourself get chewed up by, okay, this is what happened today, and it goes on and on in your mind, and that's where the mechanical bit comes, is look at what you're doing for the week. So if you did some silly things, temptation, that's what it is. If you did that, don't make it. So my morning worked for me. My 2 hours from 5 o'clock to 5 to 7 worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been the other way. But even that discipline of, so, when Matthias was saying earlier now, the last 4 signals we've got, the movement's been strange. It's been different. It's not been very nice. But I only had 1 trade in each one of them. And when I saw it struggling, I just took the profit and closed it. On all 3, the first 2 and the first buy limit.
Yeah.
I think so. That is the key. You need to learn how to keep protecting your capital all the time.
Yes, I think so.
And then especially gold is gold. The market is the market. If you learn how to protect your capital, it is the key. And book the profits, because then you will finish every day in blue if you do that over and over.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that because
there was nothing to book in those last 2 trades. They were red as soon as I entered.
Yeah, Adam, I think I've been there. When I very first started back in sort of January, and you'd find, and like we're speaking now, so I'm really mindful because exactly where you're sitting, Matthias or somebody else is saying, yeah, I had an okay day. And I'm thinking, well, why did mine both? But you do. So I know where you're coming from. I do know where you're coming from. But it does begin, and also you will begin to see how it worked. So one of the very first trades the second trade, I think it was, might have been the first one this morning. And I was thinking of us as a group here, because we got the signal to say TP1. Mine didn't go anywhere near TP1. So I think so TP1 was on that one. I'll tell you now, it was I think it was the very first one, and it should have been 4597. It didn't go anywhere near it. But do you know what? It then came down and it went near there. Actually, not near. It was sort of like 50 pipettes away. But I closed it. But I had a good profit out of it.
Yeah.
And I think we learned to do that in time, because I got a good profit out of it and my trade's done. I'm now not sitting there watching where it's going to go. I think you kind of have to find that. And I'm still searching for it as well. I might sit here sounding as if I know it all. I don't, believe you me. I'm still searching the same way, but I'm just saying to you how I'm kind of dealing with it.
We're learning every day, especially it's like life. Trading is like life.
We had a voice note, didn't we, Matthias?
Yeah, he's away now. He's away.
He's gone away for an hour or so.
Delay the updates. Yeah.
Well, could he go away between 10 and 11, Matthias? Tell him.
Yeah. That will be perfect. But yeah, now
but it's
like
ranging all around that lower, where you said the stop loss hit at 4570.
Yeah.
So it's kind of gone up, hasn't it, a couple of times to 75.
It's trying to push through that.
Come
66.
down to 67, but that's where it's ranging at the moment.
Yeah.
What percentage of losses do you both have on your strategies that, if you hit that percentage, you'd be out for the day? Is it 3% more?
Yes.
Less?
Yeah, 3%.
3%.
Mine will be the same. I go for 3. If I lose 3, I'm doing
because
something
it's
wrong
all relevant
on that
to
day.
the account, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you protect yourself as well to carry on trading, because if you lose what you willing to gain on the day, clearly you're not on the mind to trade and you're doing something wrong. And then we just need to get out, and tomorrow will be another day.
Mm-hmm.
Ken is back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool one.
Guys, people keep sending bloody
Yeah.
messages.
Your sister from another mister says she's done 2% already as well.
Oh, good for her.
Sister's doing it.
She is my hero. She's the one I'm trying to. She's the one who inspires me most.
She would come on camera, but she's still in her pajamas.
I got the PJs on.
Morning, Adam.
Good morning, Cam.
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of you, Adam.
What's that?
Well, we're sorting out the edge of the tiling trim that should show or should not show in the bathroom with the contractors. That's the sort of thing that you would be like, which side should it be? That one or
It's all about the details, Cam. It's all about the details.
Isn't it? It is. I was so we needed this bathroom mirror. So about 6 o'clock, I'm trying to show Gerdish with this mirror that I found. Sent it to Gareth, and he was like, "You're not going to believe it. I ordered the same one for you yesterday." Right? So it's only a little round bathroom mirror that's going to be there, but it's all in the detail, isn't it?
It is.
Right. How are we getting on today? So 45, 50, 69.
Yeah, the last signals was not like that best, but
Okay.
that's I was telling everyone, book your profits. keep protect your capital, but yeah, some of them came straight away to stop loss.
Just be careful. Just be very, very careful.
Yeah.
You know, there is an argument, you know, that people don't even trade on FMOC, right?
And NFP.
Okay. Lovely. So I'm being told there's lots of liquidity where it dropped to yesterday, which is where? 40. It dropped quite a lot yesterday at one point there. 45.54. Okay. So be careful. So I have it from my oracle that there's a lot of liquidity. So yesterday, Matthias, if you want to give me the chart, I'll put mine up.
Yeah, you can put yours. Let me add yours.
There it is. So down here, can you? Let's go. So this is the hour chart, right? So the market dropped to 45.54.96 yesterday. Was the bottom. So this is where what Gerdish is saying is a lot of liquidity here. So watch for that. So it could do this and then do that, right? So it could drop a little bit further and then go back up. So just be careful for that. So it's a tight day today for trading. But then look at Cool One. You know, got in early, 2%. This is Jay, 2%. Adam, have you been trading this morning?
Yeah, I got stopped out twice on that last limit signal.
This one that's just gone, or the ones early? Did you take the earlier one?
No, I didn't take any early mornings. I took the last one that came through in the group at 45.77.
Yeah.
I got stopped out at 45.70 on both of them, and unluckily for me, I'd increased my lot sizes today, so I'm down 2% already. But hey.
Okay, but you know what? Stop losses were in. 2% is not something that can't be made up very, very quickly, right?
Yeah.
And that really is, you know, where it needs to be. So you're following all the rules in that respect, and that's where it needs to be. You know, just follow the rules, be rules based. You're not gonna make money every day, right? And that's a difficult task. And if somebody tells you they do that every single day, they're probably telling you little porkies, right?
Yeah, it's like I said, Cool One said as well.
I just realised something. I was actually trading my demo account. What a win! What a win! I set up a demo account.
What a place to make losses!
Happy days!
Brilliant. That is.
Yeah, I set up a demo account just last night just to practice the mechanics of playing with when the trades are in play, and I haven't switched it back. Oh, brilliant! That gave me up.
Well,
that's great.
That's a good day. That's a good day, Adam. Then
that is a great day, isn't it?
Also, I could have spent the whole day trading this account and then be peed off that I'd not made anything by the end of the day. So that's definitely going on my list of
on your side.
Can you
every
imagine?
morning check which account you're trading.
Cam, what's going on? I made all this money yesterday and none of it's showing in my account.
Oh, that's properly cheered me up.
Yeah, that's great.
Love it.
Adam, on the back of that, when you were saying to Matthias about changing the lot size, I didn't want to say anything, but I can now. In that same way, you know, if you increase your lot size too quickly and too frequently, what you'll do, because I've done it, is exactly like this. Has turned out great that you were on your demo, but sometimes what happens is you put in an entry, but you want it to be lower because maybe the day's not going so great, but because you've got a high lot size, you forget you have, and you enter quickly, and once again you've got a higher lot size that may not get the gain if it reverses. That's why stick to your lot size till you're more familiar.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it because I've done it.
Okay.
Because you know when you're pressing, suddenly you forget what the lot size is and you don't really glance at it, or you've got to be mindful each time.
Yeah. Oh, I was going a bit crazy on entries yesterday. I must have layered 5 times in one trade, and I just kept hitting the button. I thought it was pinball for a while. And then all of a sudden I'm managing 5 or 6 trades. I mean, not only at minimum lot size, but still it's just too much. So less trades, slightly more lot size.
It's just those early doors, little bits lack of experience out of. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So whilst we're waiting, we've got some really interesting developments coming along in terms of what we're doing. So in the next month, we'll be moving the signals to an app-based system. So you don't need Telegram any longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we're also got another trader, and I reckon they've stolen everything that Matthias and I are doing, because they want to do live trading at the same times as we do.
Oh.
So we'll either go to that channel or we'll feed it into what we're doing here. So a little bit, get more voices, more trades, more ideas, and some education that goes with it. And then, so Matthias and I will supplement that if that gets to be the case. So, and it was really interesting because over the weekend, Matthias and I were talking about having a live meeting, say once a month, where we just all meet up. And they said, you know what, we want to do that around the country. So the greater groups that we're in amounts to about 3,000 people altogether. So we have our little 100-odd people. So the groups doing certain things that we can plug into that will really improve the experience of people that are trading with us. So lots and lots of developments coming. And then tomorrow, Matthias and I've got a meeting with a tech company that do purely machine learning signals. So apparently I've been looking at this for about 3 or 4 months, but I've never really looked at it properly. So yesterday I was on a call after our meeting ended, and I said, look, can you run through a demonstration for me? He said, yeah, we can give you access, run through a demonstration. It's multi-million-pound type technology behind it. So Matthias and I have got a meeting tomorrow afternoon. So we're looking at that as well. So it's a whole ideas of just improving our trading, basically. How can we win? People like Kulwan have really taken to this. So whether she needs anything else or not, I suppose you can always be better. Not necessarily making any more money.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, let me just see if I want to do this. I'll do it because I like doing this. So we'll do a compound calculator.
By the way, I'm testing that while we are speaking today.
What are you testing?
Are
you testing the system? Yeah. Oh, that's
machine learning.
Yeah, brilliant. So I'm going to pre-prepare this for you guys. That's it. We're in the right one now. So let's have a look.
I was going to ask if there was any way of automating the entries from Telegram into MetaTrader, but that's a bit of a moot point if you're moving away from it.
We have got a system, Adam, that I'm actually testing right now, and it's probably about a month away from release. So we've been working on that for about 6 or 7 months. So whenever Matthew makes an entry, it'll automatically enter them for you. You've got lot size, you've got the number of layers, but then you need to manage the trade yourself.
Mhm.
But it will literally enter every single trade that he puts in. So let me talk to you about this. So again, we're just working on this all the time. So can you see that okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 2%, right? And sometimes, and it's not by design. Coolwant makes it sound like it's not a lot of money. And on £1,000, 2% isn't a lot of money on a daily basis. But I just want to go through with you what it actually means. So you see my £1,000 there, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah. So you see my £1,000, 2%. Yeah. Coolwant said she did that by 7:30 this morning. This is Jay said that she did that by 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, right? And as you know, we've got contractors in the house, so we really are a little bit, when there's extra bodies in the house and they need to be dealt with, so you're not really fully on it, but 2% a day, right? So Coolwant, over how many years should we take this to see where it goes? Coolwant, how many days? How many years? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? I don't think she can hear me. Adam, give me a number.
Go for 5.
I wouldn't go for 5 if I was you. You'll understand why. I'm going to go for 2 years.
Okay.
Right? We don't trade every day of the week. We only trade Monday to Friday, right? And we're going to start on the 1st of May. So in 2 years, how much do you reckon you end up with starting with £1,000? Adam, you want to give it a go?
2% over. Let's go for 78k.
78k.
I don't know why, but that just figures.
Now, Adam, I know, but over 20 years, a very, very intelligent and meticulous man. And I'm going to show you how wrong he is.
Oh, wow. 2% a day, right? Oh yeah, I do remember watching a YouTube video where someone was trading ETH crypto, and they were going for 2% gains a day, and they would have earned $1 million in a year or something like that.
So
So that was every day. That was every day of the week. Yeah. So I was way off.
Yeah, because you can trade crypto 7 days a week.
Yeah.
1 year. £172,000 in 12 months, right? So look where it starts though. Daily earnings, £20. And how much did you make yesterday, Adam?
About 21 quid.
Didn't sound like a lot, did it? Right? No. But imagine if you did that and compounded it. So your £21, you'd have to do £20 and 80 pence in 3 days' time. And so the daily gains are very, very small. But if you compound that on a daily basis, so £172,000, obviously life-changing money for most people, right? But if you look at the monthly income, and so when I'm talking to people, a lot of the times they're talking about this £10,000 a month, right? They've probably never, ever, ever achieved it. But they've read about it, they've heard about it, and they're like, 10,000 a month, right? So you'd be on 11,000 by December. There it is, £11,774. So starting on the 1st of May, 2% a day would put you on £10,000 a month by Christmas. Yeah, what a Christmas present that would be, right?
Yeah, it's good figures.
Yeah. But the key is that you're compounding every single day, right? Take that to 4 days a week. So you don't want to show up because you're busy, right? Because you're busy scratching your backside all day long. 61,000. You just left £110,000 on the table by having 1 day off this thing, right? Take 2 days off because, I've got to watch Corrie as well. 21,000. Yeah. Take 3 days off. I just do it as a hobby. 8 grand. Still not a bad amount of money, but do this 5 days a week. 172. Yeah. By Christmas, you're on £10,000 a month. So you could then withdraw £10,000 every single month. And you still be up because it's £11,500. You still be adding to your account. And Adam, you remember when you were saying to me that, you know, Cam, we're looking at about 5k a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at 2%, that's like a £15,000 account.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where it's at. Any questions on that?
How, I mean, winning 2% every day, obviously that's a, you know, that's 100% success rate, and that's, you know, probably unachievable. How would you figure into, I don't know, a 60-70% win rate?
So you did 10 trades yesterday, won 8 of them, and did 2% on your account.
Yeah.
Right? You just do more trades.
Right.
So let's say, what did you say the win rate was?
Yeah, so it was, well, yesterday, 10 trades, 8 winners, so 80%.
Yeah, but you gave me a figure of an average of 60 or 70 or something. What was that? Just now, you said, suppose you win this many.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, and I guess any normal trader, like a 2-to-1 ratio of win rate, they, you know, if you're getting a 50% win rate at a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, you're still in profit, right?
No, you kind of break even, aren't you? You're losing one and making 2. So yeah, you know, it's debatable. You need to be above.
You've got to lose 2 to wipe out 1 win.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Okay. So then what you've got to do is this: you've got to spend longer trading, and you've got to have more trades. So what's happened all of a sudden? If you think about it, let me get rid of this, right? So think about this now. It's a really, really good point.
Can try to rearrange your camera. It's cutting your mouth.
Am I okay? So I need to zoom out a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try and do that. Oh yeah. It's so up close. Where's the freaking zoom gone? Why are you zoomed out so much?
It's that close we can see all the authors of your books behind you.
You should be able to see the authors, and they're the right way around. So I'm just gonna let me just do this instead, because that will save me messing around. Nope, doesn't want to do that. How's that? There you go. So
much better, yeah. We can see you now.
So look, we need, so say you want 2% a day, right? That's a net figure. So if you've got a 70-75% win rate, so you've got to work out, I want 2% a day, and I need this many winning trades. So let's say, for instance, you needed 10 winning trades. Right, that's 0.2% per trade as a win. You need 10 winning trades. If you're at about 70-75%, you need to be entering 15 trades a day. If you're at kind of 50-50, you need to be entering 20 trades a day.
Yeah.
It's so simple. The maths is a piece of cake. The problem is sticking with the damn thing.
Yeah, I guess where I'm not struggling with the math, but when I was trying to work out lot sizes, I was working out what lot sizes and what stop losses for me would be 1% of account size. But then 2 or 3 losses, I'm done for the day. I've already burnt 3%. Whereas I probably should go for a lower lot size so that I can do more. I can have more losing trades. Is what I'm saying. Because if I have 3 losing trades, I'm done for the day. That's 3% of account, and I can't continue.
Well, that's a great point. If you've lost for the day, get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
You know, just do not be trading the next after that. Mark Farrell's going to be on this afternoon. He is an absolute humdinger in terms of working out percentage risk and all of that kind of stuff, right? So it'd be really useful. I spoke with him yesterday, so he'd be here this afternoon. He's been dealing with some stuff. So he's a great guy to have this conversation. So it's a fantastic piece of education in terms of how he journals his entries.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Matthias and I wear many hats. We can't always trade. And so, there's other elements to our business. So Mark is a full-time trader. He's been with us for just over a year. Several times he's built, and you won't mind me saying this, several times he's built an account up to £10,000-15,000 and blown it. And every single time it's the same reason: loses his discipline, doesn't follow the plan. Right? Same thing every time. Messaged him yesterday. How you doing? Haven't seen you for a few days. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Been busy. I've withdrawn some of my winnings, and I'm rebuilding my account. So let's say you got a psychological block at £10,000. Well, when it gets to £9,999, withdraw £5,000
and start over. Yeah.
Put the money in the bank, right? There was a trader that I've been mentoring, and they had blown their account around the 10,000-12,000 mark like 5 or 6 times over the last couple of years. But they had a trading journal. So I looked through the trading journal and I said, look, there's a problem here. You have a psychological block at £10,000. You can trade. They were doing 2-3% a day, right? By themselves, no signals, no nothing. So learned how to trade, learned the charts, everything else. But I said, you have clearly got a block here. And you know what? He said, I never even realized that around the £10,000 mark is when I start losing money. So I said, either you withdraw, or we need to work out a way where your focus, you don't tap out that you've done 100% or you've over exceeded at £10,000. You want to set that goal at £1 million. So you go through this. It's just a mental freaking battle. This is nothing else. Yeah. Anybody can press the button. Anybody can work all of this out. But it's working it out and actually sticking to it. That's where you need to be.
Sure.
And you'll get that. I know you too well, Adam. Within a couple of months, you're like, bang. You'll be doing what Colwan's doing. I did 4% before I woke up this morning.
You're on mute, Colwan.
It's also the amount of trades, Adam. Don't forget, yesterday when we got the notification, some days you may not get as many trades. So, you need to factor that in and have a little relaxed of whatever your aim is, because you need to aim, you need to consider that. Yesterday were 29 trades. That was the recap. One day last week, it was so slow. There was only 14. But if they were 14 successful trades for you, it's a good day, isn't it?
What's an average day number of trades?
Would I be fair in saying maybe between? I'm going to say about the 20 mark. I can look through.
We had the best part of 100 trades last week.
Yeah. So daily 20. That was a good guess, wasn't it, Cam? Well, it wasn't a guess; it was an educated guess. But
between 80 and 100 trades a week.
Yeah. 29 yesterday, 14 the other day. It balances out, doesn't it, when it goes for the week?
Well, if you have a trading plan, right, which is what you need. So this is how much I want to make, by when, what I want to, what's my daily win rate. Then you'll know whether you're behind or ahead of your trading plan. So if I asked the other day, we went out for the day. I had a family thing to do. So I said to Mrs. Jess, oh, did you look at trading today? She goes, no, I'm about 12 days ahead of my plan. So if you have a plan, you know whether you're behind it or not, right? And so then you know when to trade and when not to trade, etc., etc., etc. So if you want to get to this £1 million or 500,000 or 100,000 or 50,000, whatever it is for you, I'm quite happy. Give me a shout if you can't use this compound calculator. Matthias, if you want to put links to that in the chat, use it. If you get stuck with it, let me know. And if you want to sit and have a one-to-one, meeting and say, like, this is my plan. How do I get there? What do I need on a daily basis? I'll plan it out for you and we'll write it down. And then you know whether you're behind, ahead. It's your satellite navigation for your business, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be
right.
useful.
Yeah, because your car will tell you what time you're going to arrive. Right? I got to tell you this. So I used to have this Mercedes CLS. First one I bought with built-in satellite navigation. So I had this little screen, and it was like, it had this strange time on it for ages. I'm like, why is it telling me this time? It's wrong. And it wouldn't say this is the time you're going to arrive. It was the time I was going to arrive at my destination. Right? It just had the numbers there, right? It'd be like, so it's 9:20. I'm going to London. It'd be like 12:23 or 12. I'm like, what's he doing that for? And it took me about 3 months to work out that was the time that I was going to arrive at my destination. Sounds stupid now, but when the first of that came out, you just didn't have a clue, right? You know, now it actually says time to your destination in my Tesla. So you wouldn't leave home today without satellite navigation. So why would you run your business without a plan? And I think that's the key. That is the key. And that's all you need to do. I'm just altering my Huel order. So it's just ranging again, isn't it? And
it is, yeah.
Not a lot of movement, but then it's still done 300 pips from 4,600 to 45 70, which used to be about the daily average, used to be about 250 pips.
Yeah.
And look at it now, it just does it on a slow day. So we put the link up to the compound calculator. So you can grab that. It's a free piece of software, and play around with it, right? And make your business plan. And so if I go back to it, whilst we haven't got any signals or anything, have we?
No, he's away now. The trader.
Right. So if you, what was I going to say? So one of the things that my other half uses this for is this part here. So Adam, if you wanted to follow the plan, so what I did the first time for her was I screenshot this bit. So I put in her starting balance there and what she wanted to achieve on a daily basis over what period of time. But the period of time doesn't really matter because what you're looking for is a rate of return. So now you know on the 4th of May, you need £20. But the problem with that plan, and this is where, theory meets reality and it doesn't quite work, is that I'm just looking for something so I can quote it to you. So we said we'd start on the 1st of May. The 4th of May is a bank holiday.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to bear that in mind. The market is open most of the time, apart from on Christmas Day, probably Easter Monday or Good Friday or something like that. But, the market's really slow and you really want to be working on a bank holiday. Right? It's up to you. But I don't do that anymore. So we won't be on Monday. Right? There'll be signals, but we won't be doing this on Monday, right? Family's more important and trumps everything else. So you're already £20 behind, so you need to bear that in mind. Mm-hmm. So I work on a 20 trading day month, 4 weeks, right? So 28 days. And so sometimes we get 21 days, sometimes we get 22. But then like now in May, we've got 2 bank holidays, right? So it's a short trading month because I believe, so Friday's the 1st. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, exactly 4 weeks. We've got 2 bank holidays. So it's a 19 trading day month. And this thing won't take account of bank holidays, right? So you need to take account of that. So, but what we'll do is we will screenshot this for the next four weeks. and then you know that on the 28th of May, you're supposed to make £24.38 and your balance should be £1,243.37. That's how you know whether you're ahead or behind your business plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So there's about 240 trading days in a year. Take out the bank holidays. And if you're going to take a couple of weeks off, you're closer to 220. Right? Days off, because you want to work 48 weeks, 5 days a week. I'm working out that way, right? But you're there or thereabouts. Does that make sense, Adam? What do you think?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Is 2% an average figure that traders are going for, or is it, because some people have mentioned 3% as well?
My personal goal is 1%.
Yeah.
Right?
1% a day.
1% a day over 2 years, £1,000 starting point. It's still £178,000, right? So I think Mrs. J is about 2%. We've got people with 5%, 10%. The 10%ers soon find out that it's so easy to blow your account when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. But then you see, I come from a quite a structured financial services background. 3 to 5 years for me is short term. So I put in 4 years. I still think that's short term. It's 32 million quid, right? So really, have you really got a problem? So if any business that you ever start doesn't make any money for 3 years, 1% a year, you could have 2.5 million quid in the bank, right? Sorry, 1% a month in 3 years. So just play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
And things alter so quickly. So if you're talking about that 1 year, because the problem with human beings is we overestimate what we can do in a year and we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. But if your starting balance is £5,000 all of a sudden and you're doing 1%, still doesn't really. It's the time that you still need. It's 66,000 on 5,000, absolutely fantastic, right? But take that out to 2 years, and you got £1 million quid. So just depends on how fast you want to go and where you want it to be. I would say between 1 to 3% is achievable on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so a lot of people talk about if you're self-employed, you get to do what you like. Right? It's the last thing you get to do what you like. What you have is trade-offs. Right? So if you want 3%, you can't be doing this for an hour a day.
Yeah.
Right? If you want 0.3%, you could probably do it in an hour because it's a trade, isn't it? So you've got to say, right, how much of my time am I going to trade to achieve my goals?
And so if you're aiming for, let's say you're aiming for 2% a day, and we know that there's on average 20 signals come through each day, and you may take half of those, say you take 10 trades, would you, on a maths basis, would you try and work out what your risk is on 10 trades with overall 2% profit target? Do you know, so if you're aiming for 2%, you've also got to be prepared to lose 2%. So
yeah, absolutely. So the way I look at the losses, so you were saying, so let's say your target is 2%, and yesterday you lost 3%, right?
Yeah.
So what I do there is I say to myself, okay, fine. So now I'm 1.5 days behind my business plan. Right? So sometimes what will happen is I'll be trading and there'll be a drawdown on my account, and perhaps I haven't set the stop loss, because sometimes I don't. So let me just take this away so we can talk. So sometimes I don't set the stop loss. And so I've got a drawdown on my account. let's say I made £200 today and I've got a £150 or £100 drawdown. I think it's the end of the day, maybe interest rate decisions coming out, like, pick that. I'm still £100 up. I'm half a day behind my business plan.
Looking up in the trees, it's also looking at the birds.
Yeah. So that's the conversation. So like Gerdish will say, I'm 10 days ahead of where I need to be. Right? I'm 2 days ahead. So we were going to India for 3 weeks. I said, how are you doing with trading? Are you going to trade whilst you're there? She was, no. She said, I've traded until a week after we get back. So she didn't even take her laptop on holiday with her. Why would you?
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of work much more along, where are you on your business plan? Which is a little bit like checking in on your sat nav as to how far down the journey you are to your destination.
Yeah, okay. I guess where I was coming from is more on, let's say we're aiming for 3% a day.
Mm-hmm.
Would you try and make 1% in 3 trades and risk losing 1%, or would you break that down into, no, I'm going to try and make 0.5% in each trade, so therefore I need 6 trades?
I think I'm not as mechanical as that. So I would look at the market, see what it's doing. Like today is a slow moving market. So I would take less from each trade. So there are days when, like the other day when we hit TP3, TP4, you could take all of that in one trade. Gerdish will take 2% in one trade.
Okay.
Right? She would. I could call her up now, and it's highly, highly unlikely that she did more than one trade. But then that's what 5 years of studying gets you, right?
Sure.
So you can't shorten that at all. Sitting there for.
It's a different strategy as well.
100%. 100%.
I cannot do that, but I like scalping. I like to be on the market and in, out.
I think the truth of the matter is, Matthias, that, that what she's doing takes all the study, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. If you look at her charts, they've got lines drawn everywhere. There's stuff going on all over the place. But that's just everything out of her head, right? Yeah. So apart from you, Adam, and maybe Matthias could do some of that, most people haven't even got the computer skills. So when people actually beg her and manage to get an hour with her, she'll come back and say, how was it? She goes, can't even use a bloody computer properly. How's she going to trade? Right? I said, what do you mean? She said, well, I'm trying to get to draw a line about this or download this. I can't do that. I mean, we get it, don't we, Matthias? We have people come on a Zoom and they're like, how do I share my screen, or how do I mute, or how do I turn my camera on? For God's sake, right?
Some days it's like that. I can spend 3 hours with someone to open one account.
Yeah, so it's skill sets, isn't it? But I'm giving you all the tools you guys possibly you need, and then what you've got to do is, I follow football quite a lot, and Formula One probably are 2 sports that I follow. There are many, many amazing players. Ronaldo and Messi are probably the 2 best players in the world right now, or have been throughout the last 10 years. But they're very different players, aren't they? One's quite small. Messi's quite small, and he's like, there's his little busy dribbling. Ronaldo's over 6 foot, so he plays his game in a completely different way, but they both achieve the same results. So you've got to find your one thing, right? I've told you all about the book. I'll point it out again because I can't sing its praises enough. It's one of the only books we have 2 copies of in my house, right? Find your one thing. What was it? Was it, Matthias, you were here the other day and Gerdish said that to you, didn't you? You guys have found your one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if this is your one thing, then what you've got to do is this. You've got to be in the top 10% of knowledge and skills of this game, because that's where all the money is. And then if you're in the top 10%, you're not in the 90% of that losing money. It's that simple. So 90% of the profit is made by 10% of the people. So what do you want to do? You want to be in the 10%. Right?
Absolutely.
So Adam, you and I were working together when I built my estate agency business. We just wanted to be the best. We just wanted to be the biggest, right? We just did everything to get there. 350 agents took us 5 years. But we just hunted it down. But you know what? The first couple of hundred were a piece of cake, right? Then the next 50 odd were a bit hard, and then the last 10 were really hard because they were all good. But we did that. We became president of the Independent Estate Agents Association, Leicestershire. We were in the paper every day. I had a column in the Leicester Mercury, and I got invited to comment on property and all the rest of it. That all came from getting to that position. I ended up with a TV show because of that, because they saw stuff on Facebook. I said, would you like to come and do a property show with us? I ended up doing something completely different. That's where all the money is. So just get to the top 10%. Dead easy. Because the first 60, 70, 80% are absolutely rubbish. There's no competition there. You probably got a bit of competition in the top 20, but then there is no competition because we're all making our own money. So the four of us sitting here, you know, one of us could be losing money. We already know that Cool One's banked 2% already. We know Girdish has banked 2% already. And the thing is, and guys, those of you listening, tell us what you banked today. Tell us what your profits are, right? I've got a few people on. Be great. Message us, right? Tell us what trades you've taken. Tell us what meeting. Tell us how you're trading, right? If you want to come on, then give Matthias or me a message, and we'll do that. We've got about 20 minutes, right? So I hope some of this is making sense at me gabbling on about what's going on. But as you may or may not know, this is my absolute passion. Right? There is nobody that cannot be earning 6 figures from this business. Nobody. Because if you do it in a normal business, you might have to have enough money, right? We've proven that you can start with £1,000. And if you live in the UK, the top 5 biggest economies in the world, you haven't got £1,000 in your pocket or can't get a hold of it, something's freaking wrong with you, right? About a year ago, I spoke to a 43-year-old graduate that didn't have £1,000. So I said, you graduated 20 years ago. You've been working for 20 years. Yeah, mate, shame on you, right? Unless you've got a disability, where you can't get a job because of you've not got no. Well, you can get a job without education. Unless you've got some kind of mental or physical disability, there is not a single reason on this God's earth. You know, if the guy had saved £1,000 a year, it'd be like 40 grand at the bank, right? And £1,000 a year is £8.33 a month. No, sorry, £83 a month, right? Yeah. 20 quid a month, 20 quid a week. Yeah, probably 20 quid a week. You'd have 40 grand. He'd be like, nobody's ever spoken to me like this. That's because nobody thinks like the way I do. And he said, he said, I'm sitting here. I'm absolutely ashamed of myself, Cam, for what you just said. It's so true. And so, like I said, you can start with, you don't need a sales department, you don't need a great website, you don't need marketing, you don't need to spend any money on AdWords, you don't need to do anything. Just open an account, stick £1,000. The Advantage will give you another 500 quid on top of that. Right? So you don't even have to do £1,000. Like 700-800 quid will get you £1,000 in your account. And off you go. Just come on here, watch the signals, and trade with us. As you guess, I get a little bit passionate about this kind of stuff because I think it like, but then nothing pleases me more than somebody like Cool One coming to us, 3 odd months ago, starting to trade and doubling her account in about 6 weeks. Can you hear me, Cool One?
I can. It's nice listening to you. I enjoy your passion. Well, when I first made contact with you, I said to you, I love your honesty. Do you remember? That's what I said to you. Is that your honesty, because I bear my soul. I don't hide, and I find people don't like to. So it was the thing that really attracted me to you.
Thank you.
Your honesty, your absolute honesty.
Off LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah, LinkedIn.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is this, that if you genuinely care for people, then you want them to do well, right? And then the real goal for anybody, and the real goal for me in my business was always to sack myself, right? Because then you're a success. So I think it was Michael Gerber in the E-Myth that said, if you went away for a year from your business, would it grow or would it shrink? Right? If your business would shrink in that year, then you don't have a business. You just own a job. And the problem is most of us don't even think about that. We just own a job.
Yeah.
Right? So, and what he was talking about in would your business grow, which means that you've got good people in your business, so it would grow, right? I can guarantee you, if I turned my everything off right now, my business would be bigger next year than it is now if I did nothing. And you know why that is? That's people, Matthias, right? We're a team, right? He would carry on doing exactly what I'm doing now. So even it's in its embryo, and I don't think we're even out of the ground. Trade with Cam is not even out of the ground yet.
No.
But then to see people's lives unfolding, there's a lot of pressure on me when one of my clients is saying, "I've handed my notice in. I'm going to quit. I need to make this much money." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Are you talking about somebody in particular?
Yeah, no mentioning I'm like, oh my god!
You say don't give your notice in. I'm saying I'm giving my notice in. I'm not doing this anymore.
And I'm like, but you see, the thing is, because you care, because you think, oh my god, she might suffer, she might not make any money, and they're like, what's going to happen? Right? She's packed a job in, but so so now it's like, wow. And so I just think to myself that, and I work on that proviso that if you can leave the world in a slightly better place than you found it, you've done your bit, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So if you improve the life of one person and you put a smile on their face, and you know what, that's good enough for me.
No, without a doubt. I've never understood selfish people, and I keep away from them. I just don't understand it.
No.
So.
No, it's really, and that's basically, and you know what? It's not that difficult, is it?
It isn't. It isn't, is it? And isn't it much more satisfying to be a decent human being than not?
But
absolutely.
And easy, but isn't it easy? And less complicated.
As Alfred said to Batman, people just want to watch the world burn. That's what does it for them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We're all different, aren't we? Yeah.
We are.
And that's a good thing, I guess, but it's not a good thing when some of us want to destroy the world and others. But I still believe in that most people are very, very good.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sometimes it's the circumstances that turns them in whichever way. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're here to trade. Any more signals? No, we're not. Is he out?
No, he's out. Yeah.
This morning, so won't be around. Well, there you go. We can jibber jabber on about whatever we like. There's no trades. Hello, dear. Oh, for God's sake! Have you killed it?
No.
There you go. You see, we can jibber jabber on about anything.
Nice, yeah.
So this is an orchid that's given to my lovely wife.
That's a lovely orchid.
So she kills everything. This is a little bonsai that my sister gave to me. So she's saying, "Can I give you my orchid to look after?" Yeah, sure.
Every orchid I've owned, I've killed.
There you go. Tell us about the one thing and what you think about it. Because we've got no trades going on. Matthew's at the office.
No, just read the one thing and do the one thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, read the one thing and just stick to your one thing. I come on camera, but I've still got my PJs on. I've been putting the laundry, I'm taking the laundry out, putting the bins out.
So Adam was talking about risking. What risk do you take to make your 2%? So what could you possibly lose when you're...
Oh, I just have a 20 pip loss.
20 pip stop loss?
That's what
And what would you lose on the account? So 60 pips is 2%?
60 pips.
So 20 pips would be about a third of a percent? Yeah. It's less than 1%, isn't it? So 30 would be 1. There you go, Adam.
Yeah.
There's a formula.
I do a 60.
What was that? Tell me again, and I'll write it down.
So the TP is 60 pips. So she doesn't follow Matthew's signals. It's a completely different thing, right?
I just do one trade.
One trade a day, 60 pip TP, and a 20 pip stop loss.
That's what I do.
And what if you hit? When was the last time you hit stop loss? Okay, can't remember when you get stop loss. But yesterday you did more than one trade, right?
I did it in 2 trades. So I
Two
did
trades yesterday, 30 pips each.
No, I did a 40 and then a 40, and then I was out.
Bless
And
you.
why did you do that yesterday? Why did you close that trade out? Because it wasn't getting there?
No, it was just struggling to get to the TP, and then I waited for it to pull back to the zone that it needed to, and then just got in and had a quick scalp.
And a 20 pip.
20 pip, 30 pips. So yeah. So I think I did 2.12 yesterday.
So target's about 2% a day?
Yeah, target's always about 2% a day. Yes.
And how far ahead are you on your trading plan?
I'm 2 weeks ahead of my
2 weeks ahead, so 10 days. And then you use the compound calculator that I showed you
I use
for your daily profit targets,
on my
right?
daily profit targets, yes.
There you go. Can't buy that, can you, that information? Right?
Amazing.
And keep it simple, right? Keep it as
Yeah.
simple as you possibly can. So I'm just going to summarize that for you. So yesterday, Gadish took 2 trades, 40 pips and about 20 pips. So she said that.
The other book that you need to get is called Trading in the Zone.
Yeah, and again, we sing its virtues. Chapter 11. You read that every day?
If you just listen to chapter 11 every other day, what it tells you is that trading in the zone is you don't need to care where this market goes. All you need to know is that am I going to fulfill what I need, the 1% or the 2% in that zone. That's all it's about, it's trading in the zone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm going to just summarize some of that
You got
for
it.
you guys. Adam's on, honey.
Oh, hello, Adam.
Hi, Gadish.
How are
Thanks.
you?
Thanks for that. Those pearls of wisdom.
Yeah, just get trading in the zone and listen to chapter 11 and the penny will drop. Because you don't need to know that this market's going to go to 4,500 or 4,600 or 5,010. All you need to know is that am I going to catch my 1% or 2% in the zone that I've entered in? That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
2 sugars, please.
Yeah, she's shut the door now. She's gone. She can't hear that, Adam. Too late.
Yeah, you missed your chance.
Yeah.
Look, could it be any easier than that? And Gulwan, you spoke. Have you spoken to, apart from the meeting that we had in Leicester? Have you spoken to Gary since on the phone or anything?
Not on trading. We've exchanged a few how are you sort of messages, but not around trading.
How simple has she made trading?
Really simple. Really simple. I've written down what she's just said, and I do have the book Trading in the Zone because that's something you told me right at the
Well, they should pay me royalties. I'm for this one.
So, yeah.
Look, you see, I'm a bit of a bookworm, and if anybody mentions a book, I'll ask them and all the rest of it because I'll just order it there and then. I've got Audible, got Amazon, and I just order it. Sometimes I'll generally order the Audible book because obviously I've got a subscription for that, and then if I really like it, I'll order a hard copy. So those, there are so many books out there. Most of them are rubbish. So it's nice when you get a friend. Well, they are, aren't they? Just and it's nice when you get somebody actually recommending something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is going to be useful. So Trading in the Zone, The One Thing, really, really good books. And if you want to read the best book on business ever written, it's called Sun Tzu, The Art of War.
Yes, I have that on my.
And that'll teach you more about business than any business book I've ever read in my entire life, right? Because that teaches strategy and how you win a war. And there are some people, I can't remember who it was, and I use this quite a lot now. And he was saying, look, he said, business is war. And I go to war every single day to win the war for my family and bring back bring back the bacon, as it were, right? My apologies if you are of a faith that doesn't eat pork, so no offence.
But you still shouldn't have to apologise.
No, you know
it's a term. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
at the end of the day, yeah. So I couldn't think of another word to substitute for that fast enough. Yeah, because I'm a man, I can't multitask, or I don't pretend to like women do, right?
But it's a saying, isn't it?
Apologise for that.
It's a saying we've been raised with. So
it is.
Yeah.
And so that's what happens, right? And the thing is that this business is giving us a fabulous lifestyle. You know, we work from home. There's no employees. Don't have to go anywhere, and most of the time, don't even have to go out to see anybody. You know, I've got a 9-year-old car that I want to buy a new car. I went to test drive one the other day. I said to Gertie, I said, you know what? The damn thing just stands outside all the time. Why am I going to spend 70,000, 80,000 quid on something else that stands out? You start thinking, because I don't go anywhere, right? Yeah. So I train it into London now because it's a lot easier. And so, you know, that's how easy this business is. It's really, really easy. We've just got a website now, and it's like still pants because we don't really use it, do we? Right?
No.
So that's how easy this business is. So it can give you everything that you want, just a little bit of application, a little bit of knowledge, and stick with us, right? So we're going to wrap up in a few minutes. So Matthias, any pearls of wisdom? Adam, what have you learned today? Can I just ask? And how are you finding it? Because it's your first week.
You know me, Cam. I'm very analytical. So it's important for me to understand the logistics of things. Being a software engineer, it's all about the numbers. So I can't throw myself into anything without understanding the logistics of how things work. So for the first few days, it's good for me to ask these questions that would probably bog other people down in the details, but they are what make me understand systems. And that's why I ask these types of percentage number type questions. And so, yeah, I'm slowly getting there. And the memory muscle of using MT5 will come as well. So yeah, it's all about practice and repetition for me right now. And so these sessions are great and helpful. The first couple of times I joined these sessions, just watching, not participating. You can ask a question on LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever, but I need that interaction, because you answer a question, I've got 4 more questions. So yes. it's better for me to come on here and I can spitball those things and say, okay, you've answered that, but now what this? So these sessions are really useful for me. So yeah, thanks.
Brilliant. What I find, Adam, is when we were in the insurance business, I learned something, and we used to send out renewal letters, physical letters rather than just an email. And they say there's like 3 different types of people. And it's interesting because at home we're 2 totally different people. So I'm the guy that rips the letter open, and I'm the same man that something comes from Amazon, I rip it open, the instructions have probably been ripped up as well, and I'm like, how do I put it together? And then I think, actually, I'm going to read how to do it, like my bloody camera the other day, right? So there are people that rip that envelope and just like dump it there, right? And then there's others that open the envelope, have a look at it. Insurance is due in a month's time. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. And then there's others that will open the envelope, look at it. Oh, I need to send payment. I'm going to do that now. So our insurance was divided into basically 3 or 4 different types of people. So when we'd send out the renewals on a monthly basis, a load of stuff would just come back in, right? The checks would come. And then there's others that the check would come just before payment would be made, just before it's due. And then there'd be others that are like, hey, your insurance was due. Oh, good God, Cam, I didn't realize that. Let me get my card, right? And that's how people are in life. So I'm inherently a very, very, very lazy person. And until recently, and I get told that every day, and until recently, I did not know what an asset that actually is. So I live with a perfectionist, and Adam's a bit of a perfectionist, right? So whilst they're reading the instructions and reading the book of how to do stuff, I'm like halfway down the road, right? And they now say, if you want to get something done quickly, give it to the laziest person you can find, because they'll find the shortest cut to how to do that task.
Yeah.
And it's until I read those kind of things, I didn't realize that could be a really good thing. So
I'm glad you told me that, because I'm in your camp, and all the questions Adam has asked, I know exactly what Adam is, because that's my brother, and you've just said perfectionist.
yeah, he is.
You wouldn't believe it drives the family mad. People won't work for him because and then he ends up doing things himself, but they're done perfectly. And I just think, who's got time for that if it's this much out? Who cares?
Yeah,
Like you, I'm down the road. I've taken the instruction. I'm down the road. I might have to hang on a minute. What was that again? But
the interesting thing is, I don't know if there's a difference between perfectionist and attention to detail. Right? So yesterday, so there's 3 walls are being tiled in one particular tile. There's a feature wall there. So Gareth yesterday says, Cam, that's a plain tile there, isn't it? That's going to go there. Then that tile's going to be plain. Then that's the feature. So it's got a little nook thing. I'm like, yeah, I was standing outside. There's loads of crap in the bathroom. So I'm standing outside. Actually, just one thing. He said, what's that? I said, well, if we put that tile there, then how does this follow that? That's not right. And he went, bloody hell, Cam, you're absolutely right. Right? Because I visualized really well. And this morning, so we've got this tile trim that's going to go around the window. And so you can show the thin edge of it or the thick edge of it. So I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, you're building this window ledge out, so you're only going to see 3 sides of it, not the whole thing. So which side do we want to show? So they're like, Mrs. J's like, get out of this bloody room, stop holding them up all the time. So it's funny, thank you, darling. I was just telling them when you told me to get out of the bathroom for bothering the guys.
Yes.
So there is a difference between the laziest person on earth and still having attention to detail. So I'm not slapdash, right? Like things neat and all the rest of it and everything else. But I do want to get the thing done as soon as possible. So I'd want to put money in the bank and say, how can I press the button to have my first trade, right? Whereas Adam would be like, let's prepare this and let's do this and let's do this and let's do this.
I overanalyze. I delay starting things because I need to understand them before I can commit, and I'm well aware of that. And that is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. I think all of these qualities we have can be both. There's an amazing film called Failure to Launch. Watch it, and it's for you guys, all you perfectionists that will plan everything and do absolutely sweet FA about it most of the time, right? So, do you then end up talking yourself out of doing things, Adam? Because it's just not perfect enough.
I tend to look, if I'm honest with you, I tend to look at what the negatives are in a situation before the positives. And especially from a business point of view, I tend to want to work out why it won't work and see whether it's not a good opportunity before looking for the positives to try and find it as a good opportunity. And that's the way that I operate.
I get that from all your questions today and during the week. And so I want to see all the things as to why this will work.
Yeah. Positive side of it.
You want to see, and we both have the same brain, but we just use it differently, don't we?
Yeah. And I guess that's born out of maybe going into lots of business ventures that haven't worked in the past. You build up some resilience there to go, okay, maybe I was a bit too trusting in other, business settings before, and I don't want to get burnt as much, in whatever it is, whether it's trading or business or, a new job or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, there's definitely muscle memory in terms of we go by our experiences, don't we? Right? And then see what I've learned from the background that I have is there are so many Asian people that are millionaires that never even went to school. They don't know how to assess risk.
No.
So the thoughts that you have, they don't have the intelligence or the experience or the education to assess any of that. So there's a mate of mine that he speaks pidgin English, right? Owns 1,500 houses.
Better done than perfect. I jump in and then we learn while we are doing it.
And I've got loads of examples of that. Guys that just outworked everybody, didn't have any money, didn't have the ability to assess the risk, say, what if it goes wrong? And what you find is the more educated, the richer the person, the less risk they take, because they just never had adversity. I was watching Bloomberg last night and they're saying, how do you get children to succeed? The people that succeed the most in life, who are they? And they said, they're not the privileged. They're not the ones that went to the best schools, the highest paying fees. They're not the ones that their parents were really, really nice to. They weren't pampered. They were all the kids that had chores to do. The parents that gave their kids chores to do, that you're doing this. So he said, then what it did was, it made them invested in that family, right? That you've got to do something to get along in life. You can't be just this pampered, spoiled so-and-so with a nanny and all the rest of it. You know, I remember when we were here, Kieran was about, 9-10 years old. So I said, come on, let's go and wash the cars. We used to wash our own cars until recently. And so he said, is it cold? I said, yes, I know. Let's go and wash the cars. So he's standing outside. He said, well, Dad, it's your car, isn't it?
You wash it.
That is such a good point. I said, I wash your mum's car as well. That's not my car. But he said, it's kind of yours, isn't it? You do it. I said, yeah, no problem. Clever kid, right? I said, no problem at all. I said, what I want you to do is, I said, just one thing I want you to bear in mind. After that, go inside. You're absolutely right. It's my car. I should be washing. He was like, yeah, I'll go and watch. I said, well, if it's my car, then really, I should charge you when you travel in it, shouldn't I? You should have paid me, shouldn't you? He's like, what? I said, it's like a taxi then, isn't it? It's mine. I pay for it. You don't want to pay for it. So when you want to ride somewhere, you'll be paying me, won't you? Like, when we start washing.
I'm laughing because we've all had those conversations, because that's my take too.
Yeah.
With my kids as well.
Yeah.
So, done is better than perfect, isn't it? So I think you just need to, in life, you need to find the things that you're good at. And then there's a few things that you're not good at, because there's only one or two habits that causes failure in our lives. And if we can look at those and address those, then everything else is fine, right? We're all intelligent people. We all know what we should do. We all know what we should eat. We all know what we should and shouldn't drink and all the rest of it. It's just that implementing it, isn't it? So, the more I'm at home, the fatter I get, because like so many biscuits in the pantry or whatever you call it, right? And it's so easy. Like, I would not be having this cup of tea on its own if it was up to me. Right? So, but I know that.
But you're still going to pick it.
No, for 3 days I'm good, and then I'm like, oh. Right.
I wish you'd not just mentioned biscuits. That's all I can think about now.
On that note, go and make a cup of tea and have a biscuit. Adam.
Okay, I will show you some fruit. I still have my bowl of fruit here.
You're so good. You're so good.
I actually don't go to Matthias's house because I know that Dana's going to give me tea with like pieces of ginger in it. There's no milk. There's no sugar. I'm like, really?
Yeah, we don't have sugar in the house yet.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks a lot.